I went out in the middle of the night to help my bro catch his girl cheating, but who would have thought I'd accidentally trip and end up right under the school beauty's skirt. And somehow, I realized I could hear her inner thoughts. Oh, so my little baby actually loves looking at my panties, huh? Should I take them right off and stuff them straight into your mouth, baby? But outwardly, the school beauty was glaring at me like I was absolute trash. Oh my, whose little puppy do we have here? What's with those totally eager puppy dog eyes? What an absolutely hopeless pervert. I stared up at Lin Qianyue in total shock, only to see her expression was still as cold as ice. It was like those words just now didn't even come from her at all. I seriously started to wonder if I'd been playing way too much League lately and was starting to hallucinate. But what really blew my mind was that I'd actually bump into Lin Qianyue right outside my own front door in the dead of night. After snapping out of it, I quickly stepped out of the elevator. Making sure to pull back my totally inappropriate stare, I looked at her. Lin Qianyue, what are you doing standing outside my place this late at night? She gave a slight frown, tilting her head to check the door right in front of her. Then she looked at me and asked, wait, isn't this apartment 1003? No, the one across the hall is 1003. This is my place, 1001. I pointed to the door right across from mine. Following my gesture, Lin Qianyue gave a small nod. Oh, I must have the wrong door then. Hee. I totally got the wrong door on purpose. How else was I supposed to talk to you? The door number is literally right there. How could I possibly not know the one across the hall is 1003? Haha, I was absolutely dumbfounded. I shook my head, trying to clear it, and asked. No worries. Hey, Lin, do you have relatives or friends staying in 1003 or something? 'Cause I'm pretty sure 1003 has been empty this whole time. It was empty before, yes. But from now on, 1003 is going to be my new home, Lin Qianyue said in that signature cold tone of hers. My jaw practically hit the floor and my eyes went wide. What the hell did that mean? The school beauty was moving in right next door? Before I could even get a word out, her voice echoed in my head again. Hee. Ji Boda, you and I are gonna be neighbors. Though honestly, a cute boy like you, out this late? And you actually dared to sneak out instead of staying safe at home? Don't you know that boys wandering around at night, all alone, are in super big danger? A shiver ran straight down my spine. My pupils shrank, and I stared at Lin Qianyue in absolute disbelief. Because I was 100% certain that when those voices just spoke, her little cherry lips hadn't moved a single inch. But that voice was unmistakably hers. And the craziest part was, for someone as notoriously icy as Lin Qianyue, how the hell could she talk in a tone like that? That contrast is just way too insane. Seriously, what on earth is going on here? I stood there frozen for several seconds, completely failing to wrap my head around the situation. I decided not to overthink it, and gave her a smile. Well then, our lovely school beauty, I said to Lin Qianyue. Starting today, you're officially my new neighbor. When I get the chance tomorrow, I'll introduce you to Mr. Zhang over in apartment 1002. He had to step out tonight. I honestly thought that by being so warm and friendly, Lin Qianyue might soften that freezing, drop-dead gorgeous but icy glare of hers. But instead, she just gave a curt nod, grabbed her suitcase, and headed straight across the hall toward apartment 1003. Seeing that she really wasn't in the mood to chat, I just shrugged, turned around, and opened my door to head inside. But the moment I stepped foot inside, Lin Qianyue's voice called out from behind me again. Hey, Ji, what's up? I turned around, only to see her already standing inside apartment 1003. We locked eyes from across the hallway. Her lips parted slightly. Hey, Ji, we're neighbors now. And then, a totally different voice echoed. Oh, my sweet little Ji-jo. I finally moved in right next door to you. The next step is moving right into your bed. I stared at her completely expressionless face, and a crazy thought suddenly hit me. I could actually hear Lin Qianyue's inner thoughts. Click. While my brain was still trying to process this, Lin Qianyue had already shut the door to apartment 1003. Without missing a beat, I closed my own door too. Weird. That was so freaking weird. I can actually hear her thoughts. And the craziest part? What's going on in her head doesn't match her usual icy, unbothered attitude at all. She literally said she wants to move into my bed? That's a complete 180. Forget the whole untouchable school beauty act. She's literally a two-faced thirsty stalker. Honestly, it's kind of creepy. I sat down at my desk, playing back exactly what just happened. And those wild thoughts of hers. I must have looked totally baffled. It's not like I've never talked to her in class before. But those few chats were completely normal. I never heard a single peep of her inner voice then. So what the hell happened today? That whole Ice Queen persona of hers feels like it completely crumbled. Whatever. I'm done overthinking it. I'll just see how things go in class tomorrow. Right now, I really need to finish this speech. It's almost 2 am once I'm done. I have to crash immediately, or I'll literally drop dead. So, I go to Icon High School. My grades are always in the top 10 of my grade. And in the last mock exam, I actually snatched 3rd place for the first time. Because of that, for the 50-day sprint pep rally before the college entrance exam, the school wants me to go up on stage and give a speech. I'm supposed to share my insights and study methods with all the seniors prepping for the big test. I pushed all those crazy thoughts out of my head, working on the speech I needed for tomorrow morning. While munching on the midnight snack I picked up. Holy crap, it's already this late? I gotta be up by 6. I barely have any time left to sleep. After finally finishing the speech, I took one last look at the clock. I quickly washed up and hopped into bed. Just the thought that from now on, Lin Qianyue is going to be my new neighbor, makes my heart skip a beat. Time to get up. The entire royal court is waiting for you, Your Majesty. Bright and early the next morning, I was jolted awake by my phone alarm. I threw my stuff together in a flash, grabbed a piece of bread, shoved it in my mouth, and headed out for school. I threw on my backpack, but right as I closed my door, I saw the door to apartment 1003 open. Lin Qianyue, wearing her school uniform, stepped out. Even though the bulky school uniform wasn't quite as breathtaking as the stunning dress she wore last night, her figure and natural vibe were just too incredible. Even a baggy, oversized uniform couldn't hide how gorgeous she is. It's just that, on her perfectly sculpted face, was that exact same icy expression. I swallowed my mouthful of bread and smiled at her. Good morning, our campus queen. Lin Qianyue gave a tiny, expressionless nod. Good morning, Ji. Of course it's a coincidence. Just so I could accidentally bump into you, my sweet little Boda. I woke up at 5 a.m. to get ready. Then I camped out right behind my peephole, waiting for you to leave your room. Oh, Boda, you must leave for school at this exact time every single day, right? From now on, I'm going to leave my place at this exact same time every morning. Just so I can say good morning to you every day. After finishing her brief greeting, Lin Qianyue turned around, pressed the elevator button, and stepped inside first. Hearing her inner voice loud and clear, I completely froze in my tracks. Like, bro, what? Isn't she supposed to be the untouchable ice queen? She literally just said a few words out loud, but in her head, she's chattering non-stop. She sounds like a total stalker. Make it make sense, man. I grumbled a bit to myself. Once we were inside the elevator, it was just me and Lin Qianyue. I couldn't help but glance over at her. I realized that no matter what angle you look at her from, she always gives off this freezing cold, almost intimidating vibe. It hit me then, that the aloof, untouchable image she projects to everyone else isn't her true personality at all. Oh my god, Ji Boda is looking at me. I went to bed a little late last night, so my face might be a bit puffy. What if he notices? I'm so nervous. Please stop staring at me. As her panicked inner voice rang in my ears, Lin Qianyue calmly pulled her collar up a bit higher. Clearly, just like she was screaming in her head, she didn't want me to notice that her face was a tiny bit puffy. Listening to her frantic inner monologue while watching her play, it's so incredibly cool. I couldn't help but find it hilarious. The Ice Queen is actually kind of adorable, though. It seems like she has some pretty intense feelings for me, almost like she's treating me as her prey. But the situation is a little backwards now. You might think I'm the prey, but is there any chance that the best hunters always disguise themselves as the prey? I'm genuinely starting to wonder about that. But I couldn't exactly just ask her. It's not like I could just tell Lin Qianyue, "Hey, Miss School Beauty, I can actually hear your thoughts. Why are you such a clingy little crybaby?" After stepping off the elevator, Lin Qianyue walked straight ahead, heading right out of the apartment complex. Boo-hoo, little Boda, I'm heading off first. I really want to go to school together with you. Next time, when I'm just a little braver, I'll actually ask you to walk to school with me. You're riding your bike to school all alone, so please be careful on the way. It was 6 in the morning in mid-April. The sky was still a hazy gray, but even from a distance, I could see that same black Maybach from last night, parked right at the complex entrance. As Lin Qianyue walked toward the Maybach, her inner voice faded further and further away, until she reached the car, and a driver stepped out, wearing a black suit and white gloves, to open the door for her. Seeing that scene, it suddenly dawned on me. So that was actually her family's car. But if her family was that rich, why would they move into the same apartment complex as me? Was it really like her inner thoughts said? Did she move here specifically to be my neighbor? But why? I watched the Maybach drive away, and with a mind full of questions, I hopped onto my clunky old bike and hurried off to school. Because I spent the whole ride obsessing over everything about Lin Qianyue, I ended up getting to school 10 minutes later than usual. By the time I reached the classroom, I noticed that most of the class had already taken their seats and started morning reading. Lin Qianyue was sitting there quietly too, just minding her own business. She looked up, and our eyes happened to lock. I clearly saw her eyes light up for a second before she looked away. Ji Boda is finally here. He's so slow. Should I ask him to ride to school in the car with me tomorrow morning? That way, we'd get to spend the whole ride together. But what kind of excuse could I possibly use to invite him? Ah, this is so frustrating. So frustrating. Sure enough, the very next second, I could hear Lin Qianyue's mind just chattering away. I took a long, hard look at Lin Qianyue, who still had a totally blank expression on her face. If anyone else knew what Lin Qianyue was actually like on the inside, their jaws would literally drop. Plus, isn't she being a little too obsessed with me? I headed back to my seat. My deskmate, and my absolute best bro, Shi Hao, was sprawled across his desk, completely passed out, standing at 6'1". Plus the fact that he was a student athlete who trained out in the sun all year round. His bronze tan made his jacked physique look even more solid. Whenever he stood next to regular students, the guy just radiated pure intimidation. Right now, slumped over his desk asleep, he honestly looked like a giant brown bear. The math representative came by to collect our homework. After I handed mine over, the representative nudged Shi Hao, telling him to hurry up and turn in yesterday's math test. Mr. Wang is in a rush to grade them. We're going over it in class today. Not handing it in, Shi Hao, now half awake, just casually mumbled his reply. The math representative rolled their eyes. As if totally used to it, he just turned his head and went to collect the other kids' homework. I couldn't help but roast him. You little punk. Ever since you passed the sports exam, you haven't touched a single piece of homework. You think you're untouchable now? Old G, you just don't get it. Bro, my spot is already guaranteed. My name is practically carved in stone on the admissions list. Shi Hao chuckled. I didn't really say much more about it, either. I knew my best friend's situation inside and out. As long as he kept his academic grades at their current level, he was a lock for a Tier 1 university anyway. So, I hid my face behind a book, lowered my voice, and whispered mysteriously to Shi Hao. Late last night, Lin, the school beauty, moved in right next door to me. Oh yeah? Well, I got a text this morning saying I've been given a full ride to Beijing Sport University. When I heard that, my eyes instantly went wide. What kind of joke are you pulling right now? How on earth could you get early admission to Beijing Sport University? Hey, you were the one who started joking around first. Shi Hao crossed his arms and looked at me with a smirk. Who doesn't know that the gorgeous Lin's family is filthy, ridiculously rich? She gets chauffeured to school and back in a Maybach S680 every single day. The rent in your crappy neighborhood is only $1,800 a month. How could someone like Lin Qianyue ever move in next door to you? I'd have an easier time believing I'm the first emperor of China. But Lin Qianyue really did move in next door to me. Yeah, sure she did. Seeing how there was absolutely no way Shi Hao was going to believe me, I just let out a heavy sigh and didn't even bother trying to explain it anymore. Honestly, from Shi Hao's perspective, it really did sound like some wild, delusional fantasy. Even I was still incredibly confused. Why on earth would Lin Qianyue's family, who was so obviously loaded, choose to move into my rundown little neighborhood? Alright, enough about that, old G. For the assembly after the big morning break today, you have to go up on stage and give a speech. That draft you put together, it's not gonna drag on forever, is it? Shi Hao asked. I shook my head. Nah, just a few hundred words. I'll breeze right through it. Man, I'm gonna catch some sleep first. If the homeroom teacher comes snooping around, wake me up. The morning reading period flew by. First period on Monday morning was physics. Our physics teacher, wearing his ridiculously thick glasses, strolled into the classroom with a textbook tucked under his arm, balancing a hot cup of tea in his right hand. It was the classic, middle-aged veteran teacher look. He took a slow, strategic sip of his tea, and drawled out slowly, "Alright, students. Turn your workbooks to page 42. Today, we're going to review the movement of charged particles within an electric field." I nudged Shi Hao, who was still dead to the world, to wake him up. Halfway through the lesson, the physics teacher suddenly called out, "Ji Boda, I've taken a look at your second mock exam paper. You have a really unique approach to solving these types of problems, and I think it's quite brilliant. Why don't you come up here and walk the class through it?" Sure thing, I nodded, putting down my pen. As I made my way up to the podium, a lot of my classmates turned to look at me, and that included Lin Qianyue. Ji Boda is going up to solve a problem. Yes, finally, I can stare at him out in the open. Oh, my cute little Boda. Just watch, I am going to stare at you so hard right now. I'm going to feast my eyes on every inch of you. Hearing Lin Qianyue's intense inner monologue, as I walked up to the front, I stumbled and almost fell. I glanced back at Lin Qianyue, only to see her sitting perfectly straight, her beautiful face completely frozen in an icy expression. She was just staring at me quietly. Oh, wow, okay then. Her inner voice is squealing nonstop, but on the outside, she's playing it totally cool. Classic you, I muttered to myself. Then, I took the marker from the physics teacher, turned to the class, and started explaining the problem. As soon as I started talking, everyone in the room gave me their full, undivided attention. After all, I am the top student in the class. The teacher standing next to me looked on, his face full of pride. This kid, his approach to solving this is clearly so much simpler than mine. And yet, he's up here being so humble. Great grades, high emotional intelligence. Once he gets out into the real world, he'll definitely be an absolute star. The teacher really had high hopes for me. But then he remembered my family's financial situation, and couldn't help but let out a quiet sigh. I focused entirely on explaining my thought process to the class. Completely in the zone, but out of the corner of my eye, I kept catching glimpses of Lin Qianyue, sitting right there in the second row. Oh my god, Ji Boda is so handsome. Look at that high nose bridge, that razor-sharp jawline. Phew, I'm literally drooling over here. Ah, that's my sweet little Boda. His method is way simpler than Mr. Yang's. He is so hot, I'm obsessed. Lin Qianyue's inner thoughts kept drifting straight into my ears. My facial muscles couldn't stop twitching. Hey, Miss School Beauty Lin. Are you seriously going full on simp mode in your head right now? The top spot in class always goes to either you or me. We're basically at the exact same level. You're just finding excuses to compliment me, aren't you? I felt completely exasperated. While I continued teaching, I was forced to listen to Lin Qianyue absolutely swooning over me in her head. And I could clearly feel her gorgeous eyes shamelessly staring right through me. Even though I was fully dressed, I felt completely naked under her gaze. After I finished up and headed back to my seat, the teacher moved on to the next section. I couldn't resist glancing over at Lin Qianyue, only to catch her turning around to look at me, too. Across the rows of desks, we locked eyes for one whole second. Then, Lin Qianyue casually turned her head back around, acting as if nothing happened, and kept listening to the lecture. But the very next second, Boda totally made eye contact with me. My face is burning up. Thank goodness he didn't notice. But wait, he was looking right at me. My expression shifted. I noticed that the tips of Lin Qianyue's ears, which were already pale and delicate, were turning bright red right before my eyes. If I was standing right in front of her, I bet anything her face was way redder than usual. It immediately reminded me of that old saying, a young girl's blush speaks louder than any love confession. Putting together all of her crazy inner thoughts I'd been hearing since last night, a really weird idea suddenly popped into my head. Lin Qianyue likes me, but why? I stared at Lin Qianyue's back, totally baffled. I really don't think there's anything particularly outstanding about me that would catch the eye of a school beauty like her. But if she doesn't actually like me, then how'd I explain her totally love-struck inner voice? I'm not sure. I'd better keep an eye out. After all, there are 3 grand illusions in life. 1. My phone is vibrating. 2. I can make a comeback. And 3. She likes me. A wave of melancholy washed over me. After the first 2 classes of the morning, the 50-day sprint rally for the college entrance exam began. Once the whole school had lined up in their designated class sections, the school leaders took turns going up on stage to speak. Right after that, it was my turn to give my speech. Respected teachers, fellow students, hello everyone. I am a 12th grader from senior class 5. It is a great honor today. Following my prepared manuscript, I stood on the stage and delivered my speech. About 15 minutes later, I finished speaking and walked off the stage, greeted by a roaring round of applause. Wait, is that the senior who ranks 3rd in the 12th grade? He's actually way more handsome than I imagined. Okay, aren't you guys hyping me up a bit too much? You can easily grab a handful of guys in our school who look way better than me. Are you guys for real? But his grades are amazing. Where are those other guys, huh? I honestly thought all straight-A students looked exactly the same. You know, wearing thick, heavy glasses, sporting that signature buzz cut, and wearing a house key around their neck on a red string. Ji Boda is a total breath of fresh air. As I walked down the stage steps, I distinctly saw some handsome dude with a buzz cut in the crowd silently tuck away the red string and key hanging on his chest. Right after that, the principal announced the end of the rally, and all the students were dismissed on the spot. Shihao threw his arm around my shoulder and laughed. Let's go, old G. There's a newly opened pork trotter rice joint right by the school gates. Let's go grab a bite. I actually made a nice little fortune last night, so today's treat is on me. Shihao wiggled his eyebrows. Are you for real, boss? Before I could even reply, a petite girl with a ponytail and a pink butterfly hair clip suddenly appeared right in front of us. She looked up at me, her cheeks quickly flushing a deep crimson, and said in an incredibly shy voice. Senior Yi? I'm from junior year, class 8. My name is Li Qianyue. I just listened to your speech, and I felt so incredibly inspired by it. So, I was hoping I could ask you for some advice on your everyday study routines. Could I get your QQ number? I stood there completely dumbfounded. It wasn't like I had never been asked for my contact info by a girl before. But someone like her, who actually had the guts to ask for it directly right in front of a crowd. Well, this was definitely a first for me. Shihao was the first to snap out of it. He nudged me with a cheeky grin. Old Shi, what are you spacing out for? The junior is asking for your QQ. Oh, my QQ is 502666. I blanked for a second and instinctively started to. I was in the middle of reading out my QQ number, but before I could finish, I suddenly felt a chilling burst of murderous intent coming from behind me. Ah. The audacity. This girl has some serious nerve. How dare she, right in front of me, ask Ji Boda for his QQ number. I don't even have it yet. What is this girl's name? When I get back today, I'm going to have Uncle Lee investigate her, and then get rid of her. Feeling the intense murderous aura from behind, the words caught in my throat. I gulped and turned around, and sure enough, Lin Qianyue was standing right there. Her eyes were radiating absolute frost, narrowing as she glared daggers at this girl named Li Qianyue. I just felt a shiver run down my scalp. So I immediately changed my tune and told Li Qianyue, let's not add each other on QQ. You see, Junior, I'm taking the college entrance exams soon. I really don't check my phone unless it's urgent, so if you need anything, just come find me directly in my classroom. After being rejected by me, a flash of disappointment crossed Li Qianyue's pretty face. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Senior G. Sorry for bothering you. She turned around and hurried away. With her gone, I also noticed that the intense killing intent behind me had vanished. My racing heart finally settled down. I was seriously terrified that if I actually gave out my QQ number, Lin Qianyue would have exploded right on the spot. I mean, she was literally planning to have that Uncle Lee guy dig up everything on Li Qianyue. Is this Uncle Lee, like, her family's private hitman or something? A mafia princess, huh? Ha ha ha, he's amazing. I just knew you weren't an easy guy. How could you just give your QQ to any random girl? At the very least, you should give it to me first. Lin Qianyue's inner voice rang in my ears once again. I couldn't help but look back at her again, my mouth twitching slightly. If you wanted my QQ, you should have just said so. I would have freaking handed it over to you on a silver platter at lightning speed. Even though, from start to finish, Lin Qianyue's expression barely changed, maintaining her usual icy, aloof demeanor. Her inner voice made me realize this girl is just a stubborn, adorable tsundere. Old G, are you an actor or what? You really know how to put on a show. Talking about, I'm taking the college exams soon, let's not add QQ. You really came up with all the excuses, didn't you? Shi Hao teased. He didn't really dwell on it. In fact, I'd run into this kind of situation plenty of times before, and Shi Hao was already used to it. The two of us slung our arms around each other's shoulders and headed off campus for lunch. Watching the backs of the two boys walking away, the ice in Lin Qianyue's eyes melted significantly. It was replaced by an unparalleled tenderness. In that moment, my silhouette from behind seemed to perfectly overlap with the silhouette of the boy in her memories. The corners of Lin Qianyue's lips curled up into a beautiful smile. Old G, are you doing your part-time job again? The college exams are right around the corner. If you get hurt while working, isn't that gonna mess up your exams? Inside the restaurant, Shi Hao mumbled as he scarfed down a massive bite of pork trotter. As we ate, when I was 2 years old, my parents passed away in a tragic car accident. Later, I was taken in by my only relative, my aunt. She had a son who was 2 months younger than me. My aunt and uncle didn't actually like me at all. They only adopted me to get their hands on my parents' death settlement money. I knew this very well. So, ever since I was little, I lived walking on eggshells. I did all the chores and handled all the messy stuff. But even then, I still had to endure their constant dirty looks. When high school started, I picked the school furthest away from their house. And behind their backs, I changed my status from a boarding student to a day student. This way, I could use my free time outside of studying to earn some living expenses. If I had to rely on the allowance my aunt gave me, just getting a full meal every day would be a struggle. Hearing Shi Hao ask, I shook my head. I didn't go to my part-time job. I made it off my neighbor yesterday. Dude, with drama that juicy, you should have called me right then and there. I would have been there in minutes to help you block their door. When Shi Hao found out the truth about my sudden windfall, he looked completely devastated. Missing out on the gossip ruined his whole day. Suddenly, my phone rang. Seeing the caller ID on the screen say, Aunt, my brow furrowed. I hesitated for a second, but still chose to answer. Hello, Auntie? Ji Boda. Chen Shi just finished her school exams and she's heading back from out of province right away. I bumped into her mom on the street just now and overheard her on the phone with Chen Shi. Sounds like Chen Shi wants to buy some Burberry watch. You and Chen Shi go to the same school, and you know each other. It's been a while, so you need to hurry up and buy one of those watches in the next few days. Give it to her when she gets back. After hearing that, my frown deepened. I pursed my lips and said, Look, I know you want to keep up a good relationship with Chen Zai's parents, but I don't think this is the way to do it. I feel like, what the hell does a little brat like you know? This is just how society works. Stop talking back to me. Just do as I say. Hurry up and buy that Burr would ever watch. Seeing my words cut off by Zhao Lan, I let out a sigh. Fine, auntie, but those Burberry watches, the cheapest ones are at least 300 or 400 bucks. I don't have that kind of money. You'll have to send it to me. A watch costs that much? I might not know brands, but I'm no idiot. Don't think I don't know you're just trying to scam more money out of me. Auntie, I'm not lying to you. If you don't believe me, search it online. I'm not searching anything. I already heard from your teacher. You just got an $800 scholarship not long ago, and you're telling me you have no money? I even give you 600 bucks a month for living expenses. And you just blow through every last penny of it. Besides, since you were little, your food, your clothes, which of those didn't come from me and your uncle? And now, the moment I ask you to chip in a little money, you throw a fit. Ji Boda, you are nothing but an ungrateful little brat. Listening to all this, I just stayed quiet. Completely quiet. I was already so used to Zhao Lan's absolute nonsense. And her endless guilt trips. Anyway, you better get this sorted out for me. Or else I'll make sure every single kid at your school knows what an ungrateful piece of trash you are. Shi Hao, who was sitting right across from me, was close enough that he heard every single word Zhao Lan said. He was absolutely furious. His eyes were practically burning. Bro, your aunt is seriously out of her mind. It's one thing that she wants to suck up to Chen Zai's family, but why the hell are you the one paying for her networking? And she actually has the nerve to bring up that 600 bucks she gives you every month? That averages out to barely 20 bucks a day. Bayan is a top-tier city for crying out loud. A decent lunch alone costs at least 10. Factor in breakfast and dinner? 600 a month. Isn't even enough to keep you from starving. If you weren't busting your ass working part-time every month, you wouldn't even be able to eat. How does she even fix her mouth to say that to you? Seeing Shi Hao getting so worked up and defending me, I couldn't help but smile. So what if I didn't have parents? So what if I didn't have a loving family? At least I had a real brother. I waved my hand, motioning for him to chill out. It's not like this is the first time you've seen my aunt act like this. Anyway, the college entrance exams are right around the corner. Once I'm in university, I can finally get rid of them. Plus, they'll be dead soon anyway. I muttered that last part in my head, my eyes narrowing slightly. A cold, ruthless glint flashed in my eyes. I was never the type to be soft and indecisive. My vicious aunt and her whole rotten family. Did they really think they'd survive until the end of all this? But alas, Shi Hao had no clue about what I was truly thinking. He hesitated, opening and closing his mouth a few times, before finally just letting out a heavy sigh. Then, as if a wild idea just hit him, his eyes completely lit up. Bro, imagine if Lin Qianyue actually lived next door to you. You could just go all out, sweep her off her feet, and score. Then all your money problems would vanish into thin air. I gave him the weirdest look. Dude, I literally told you this morning. Lin Qianyue actually does live next door to me now. Aha, sure, it's fine if you want to lie to me, bro, but please don't start lying to yourself. Come on, let's go hit the courts for a bit. We've still got almost an hour left of lunch break. Shi Hao shrugged, clearly still not buying that Lin Qianyue was actually my neighbor. I shook my head. Nah, I'm heading back to class to grind some practice tests. So lame. If you ask me, all you nerds are exactly the same. Big brains up top, entirely paralyzed from the waist down. Shi Hao clicked his tongue. He knows my personality, so he didn't try too hard to make me stay. Honestly, my physical stamina is pretty solid, since I do part-time work outside, mostly as a day laborer. Like sorting packages, loading delivery trucks, assembly line work, you name it. It's just my normal routine. Over the past 3 years of high school, it's actually helped me build up quite a bit of muscle. Pushing open the classroom door, I narrowed my eyes. There were only a handful of people inside, all sprawled out on their desks sleeping. Only Lin Qianyue, in the second row by the window, was sitting at her desk, pen in hand, working on some questions. The sunlight from outside gently spilled over her jet black hair. The occasional passing breeze would lift the soft bangs on her forehead, but she didn't seem to care at all. Completely absorbed in the exercises in front of her, her side profile was so soft and exquisite, and as she worked, her brows would occasionally furrow just a bit, showing a trace of intense focus and stubbornness. This dreamy little scene actually left me staring blankly for a second. Lin Qianyue heard the sound of the door opening, too. She instinctively looked up toward the entrance. The very next second, Ji Boda is back. Everyone else in the classroom is dead asleep today. Looks like it's just him and me who are awake right now. Should I go over and say something to him? But I'm a bit socially anxious. Or what should I even say? Lin Qianyue, why are you such a coward? It's Ji Boda. It's not like he's a stranger. I couldn't help but chuckle inwardly. To think the great campus Belle Lin, famous for being as cold as an iceberg, actually has such an overly dramatic inner monologue. Thinking about how Lin Qianyue always just dares to quietly mutter things in her own head, I decided to just take the initiative and walk over to her. Seeing this, Lin Qianyue's expression shifted slightly. and her brows unconsciously drew together. Ji Boda. Why is he walking towards me? Lin Qianyue, this is your perfect chance to talk to him. Be a little proactive, ignoring her frantic inner voice. I spoke up first. Hey, Campus Belle Lin. Tonight, after evening study hall, let me introduce you to Big Brother Zhang, who lives in room 1002. He should be resting at home tonight. Oh, okay. Lin Qianyue nodded, looking a bit dazed. With that said, I went back to my own seat and started doing my homework. The moment I sat down, Lin Qianyue's inner voice just started chattering away non-stop. Ji Boda actually talked to me first. Come to think of it, this is the 7th time he's initiated a conversation with me since I transferred to first high for senior year. After evening study hall, he wants to introduce me to Big Brother Zhang. Wait, that doesn't matter. Who cares about Big Brother Zhang or Big Brother Li? Or Big Brother Wang? The important part is that after going home tonight, I get to see him alone again. Hearing this, I couldn't help but look up, shooting Lin Qianyue a very weird look. Geez, no way. She even remembers exactly how many times I've started a conversation with her. Just as evening study hall was about to end, a deafening crack of muffled thunder completely shattered the quiet atmosphere of the classroom. Everyone immediately looked out the window. I noticed lightning constantly flashing across the sky, and massive, heavy raindrops starting to fall. In the blink of an eye, it turned into an absolute downpour. Damn it, why is there another thunderstorm? Didn't we just have one at the beginning of the month? It's not your first day living in Bian. It's literally like this every single year. Ah, I didn't bring my umbrella. I'm gonna get completely soaked on the way home. This is so annoying. Wails and complaints echoed all across the classroom. Shi Hao couldn't help but complain to me too. Man, this sucks. I didn't bring my umbrella either. And I literally just washed my uniform last night. If I get drenched going home tonight, I'll have to wash it all over again. Now we can't even play basketball during the break. Let's just hit up an esports hotel and game all night. One last crazy run before the college entrance exams. Dude, seriously? Are you giving me the cold shoulder? Shi Hao finally realized I was completely brushing him off, and grumbled in annoyance. He thought I was just focused on practice questions, and that's why I was ignoring him. But when he turned his head, he saw me staring intently straight ahead. Following my gaze, he realized I had my eyes locked entirely on Lin Qianyue. Lao Ji, what the hell has gotten into you today? I've never seen you act so interested in Lin Qianyue before. You sly dog, don't tell me you've actually fallen for her? Oh, no, I haven't. I was just thinking about something, I said, shaking my head. I quickly looked away. The sudden crack of thunder just now made me realize something I hadn't noticed at all. If I could actually hear Lin Qianyue's inner thoughts, then sitting here in the classroom, being this close to her, I should logically be able to hear what she's thinking during lectures. I should hear her thought process for solving math problems. But from this morning, all the way to evening study hall, I haven't heard a single peep. I haven't even heard her thinking about anything else at all. Putting the pieces together from before, I quickly figured it out. I can only hear the thoughts that contradict her usual cold and aloof personality. Aside from those specific moments, her mind is completely silent to me. Well, damn, that makes a lot more sense. If I could hear absolutely everything she thought, all I'd have to do is run up to her and ask, hey, what's the passcode to your family's safe? She'd naturally think of the code in her head, and boom, I'd instantly be set for life. Why the hell would I even need to study anymore? Suddenly, the dismissal bell rang. The day students all started packing their bags, getting ready to head home. I was on classroom cleaning duty today. By the time I finished mopping up, and went to the shed to grab my bike, the campus was practically empty. I casually pulled my umbrella out of my backpack, grabbed my bike, and prepared to head home. But the moment I took a step, I spotted a very familiar silhouette standing just ahead. It was Lin Qianyue. She seemed to be on the phone with someone, and she looked pretty upset. Are you absolutely sure you can't make it? I am so sorry, miss. The rain is just too heavy tonight. There have been several car accidents on the road, and I'm completely gridlocked. I just can't get through. How about you? Grab a cab and head back first? I really don't want to hold you up, but it's practically impossible to get a cab around the school right now. Ah, well, then please wait a bit longer, miss. I'll rush over to pick you up as soon as I can. Yeah, then please hurry, Uncle Lee. There's almost no one left at school. I'm a little scared all by myself. After Lin Qianyue hung up the phone, she looked up and saw me standing right in front of her. A hint of surprise flashed in her eyes. Gee, wah, you're finally here. I was so scared all by myself. Everyone else went home. Standing next to your bike was the only thing making me feel a tiny bit less terrified. I had overheard Lin Qianyue's entire phone call with her driver. Ah, sorry about that. I heard your whole phone call just now. Is your driver stuck and unable to pick you up right now? Lin Qianyue just froze for a second, then instinctively nodded. Uncle Lee is stuck in traffic. I could clearly hear Lin Qianyue's whimpering inner voice. She was obviously terrified. If she waited for her driver to come get her, she'd be completely frightened to death. I hesitated for a second, then asked tentatively, "Are you still heading back to your apartment tonight? If your driver can't make it right now, and if you don't mind, I can give you a ride back on my bike. I brought an umbrella. Would that be a lot of trouble for you?" "Not at all. You can sit on the back and hold the umbrella for me." After I said that, I saw Lin Qianyue's eyes absolutely light up with joy. Oh my gosh. He's offering to take me home. I get to ride on his bike. Hold the umbrella for you, right? I can do that. I couldn't hold back a small smile, and continued. "So, school beauty Lin, do you want to head back with me first?" "Of course, if you'd rather not. Just pretend I never asked." Seeing that I was about to walk away, Lin Qianyue panicked and immediately grabbed onto my arm. "Wait, I'll go back with you." Another heavy rumble of thunder clapped above us. The rain showed zero signs of letting up. I pedaled the bike, with Lin Qianyue sitting sideways on the backseat. She used one hand to carefully grip my shirt, and her other hand to hold the umbrella up for me. Anyone walking by could tell at a glance that the girl, terrified the boy pedaling would get wet, was purposely tilting the umbrella forward. Her own clothes were already pretty damp, because I was sitting so incredibly close to Lin Qianyue right now. That sweet, delicate scent unique to her drifted right into my nose. My heart skipped a little beat. I yelled over the loud rain. "Make sure you hold on tight, school beauty Lin. I can't afford to pay your medical bills if you fall off." "Don't worry, I won't fall. Of course I'm holding on tight. I honestly just want to wrap my arms right around you. And even if I got hurt, it's totally fine. Then I'd have the perfect excuse to cling to you." "You can't afford to pay me back?" "That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If you can't afford it, just give yourself to me as payment." "Wait, is there really a deal this sweet?" "Well, alright then, if you're gonna put it like that, then I'm gonna drop you." Of course, I was just thinking that to myself. There was no way I'd actually drop Lin Qianyue. After hearing her inner thoughts, I rode even steadier. "Miss Popular, we're here." Lin Qianyue nodded and hopped off the back of the bike. Looking at me with those cool, distant eyes, she said, "Thank you." "No, how are we here already? It feels like when Uncle Lee drove me here yesterday. It took way longer. I wanted to ride with him just a little bit more. I finally got to be so close to Ji Boda. Darn it, can it just rain every single day? Then I could ride on the back of Ji Boda's bike every day." I thought to myself, if you rode my bike home every day, and the other guys at school saw us, I'd be at the top of their hit list in seconds. I smiled and said, "You're welcome. Let's head up. It's the perfect time to introduce you to Zhang." Alright, Lin Qianyue and I got into the elevator. We walked over to Zhang's place at apartment 1002. I knocked and rang the doorbell a few times, but nobody answered. Zhang worked the night shift yesterday, so he should be off today. Why wasn't he home? Wondering about that, I shot him a text. "Hey Zhang, are you not home? Sorry man, I forgot to tell you. I moved out earlier today. Every time I think about my ex-girlfriend, with another guy in my bed, I get absolutely sick to my stomach. Good luck on your college exams. We'll cross paths again someday." Seeing his text, I was a bit surprised, but it also made perfect sense. I turned back to Lin Qianyue. So, Zhang had some stuff come up. He moved out today, so I guess I can't introduce you after all." Lin Qianyue's pretty eyes lit up for a second, and then she gave a small nod. "Oh, well, if that's it, I'll head back to my place. Thanks for tonight." After saying that, she turned around and walked toward apartment 1003. And right on cue, her frantic inner voice flooded my mind. The tenant in 1002 moved out. Does that mean from now on, the entire 10th floor is going to be just him and me? This is awesome. So freaking awesome. I need to call Uncle Lee right now and have him rent out 1002 immediately. That way, absolutely no one will be around to bother me in Ji Boda. Then I can do whatever I want to him. Hee. Hearing her practically jumping for joy in her head, I broke out in a cold sweat. "Miss Popular, have you always been this aggressive?" Once I got inside my place, I started cooking dinner. Outside, thunder rumbled loudly as flashes of lightning constantly tore through the night sky. I let out a sigh. Looks like the rain won't stop tomorrow. I'm going to have to ride my bike to school in this. I absolutely hate rainy days. Holding an umbrella in one hand and steering with the other is honestly pretty dangerous. I had just finished dinner and was about to wash the dishes when the doorbell rang. Who could it be this late? I went to the door, totally confused. But the moment I opened it, a dazzling pair of long, pale legs caught my eye. It was Lin Qianyue. She was standing right at my door, wearing a light blue nightgown. Her pajama shorts didn't even reach her knees. Those fair, smooth, gorgeous legs were just recklessly exposed to the open air. Her hair was draped loosely over her shoulders. The dim yellow light of the hallway fell onto her flawless face, giving her the quiet, breathtaking beauty of a statue. But in her usually cold and distant eyes, there was a flicker of unease. Her red lips parted slightly. Ji Boda. Hey, school beauty Lin. Is something wrong? Are you free right now? The window in my apartment seems to be broken. I can't close it, and the wind keeps making it bang against the frame. I'm a little scared. She bit her lip. Right after saying that, a deep blush quickly spread across her fair cheeks. Lin Qianyue, you're such a coward. Ji Boda is definitely going to think. You're so annoying, but I'm seriously so scared. I keep feeling like something is going to crawl in from outside the window. I forced my eyes away from her legs. It's probably just rusted screws getting stuck. If you don't mind, I can go take a look at it for you. I might be able to fix it. Ji Boda, you're so sweet. I grabbed a screwdriver from my place and some fresh screws, then followed her into her apartment. The second I walked in, I was hit by the exact same scent that lingered on her body. The decor wasn't as extravagant as I had imagined. She probably just moved in and hasn't had the time to decorate. She pointed toward the balcony. It's the balcony window. Let me take a look. I found the problematic window, and sure enough, the old screws were completely jammed. I started fixing it right then and there. That's when her inner voice drifted over to me again. Wow, Ji Boda is so amazing. He actually knows how to fix windows. I was so terrified earlier, I didn't even have time to change my clothes. I should have put on some stockings. The internet says guys love that. I just don't know if he prefers black ones or white ones. Hearing her thoughts, I almost reflexively blurted out an answer. But the moment the words left my mouth, I completely froze. Why the hell did I just say my thoughts out loud? My heart instantly leapt into my throat. I just prayed she hadn't heard me. But the very next second, from right behind me, came her absolutely icy voice. What did you just say? Hearing that freezing, interrogation-like tone, my stomach dropped. My anxiously racing heart finally just flatlined. But as the saying goes, as long as a guy isn't caught red-handed, he'll deny it to his dying breath. So, I immediately changed my tune and said, I meant it's pitch black. On a rainy day like this, the sky is just really dark. All fixed. I'll close the window for you. Lin Qianyue didn't suspect a thing. She gently nodded, turning around and seeing her like this. I breathed a sigh of relief. Thanks for your hard work. I'll pour you a glass of juice, Lin Qianyue said. Her voice was a bit less icy than usual. Then, she walked over to the fridge. While she was getting the juice from the fridge, I couldn't help but secretly check her out again. The pajamas she was wearing hugged her curves perfectly, showing off her gorgeous figure completely. Her radiant, glowing legs. And that slender, tiny waist, without a single ounce of extra fat. Most importantly, not only was Lin Qianyue tall and slim, but she was also incredibly well endowed. Those full, perky curves could absolutely be described as a perfect hourglass figure. I couldn't stop myself from gulping. My monk-like composure was shaking. I had sworn to seal my heart in cement. But Lin Qianyue was chipping away at it. I really want to sneak a little compliance potion into his juice. That's how it plays out in movies. After he drinks it, he'll get all woozy and helpless. And then I can do whatever I want with him. Tomorrow I need to ask Uncle Lee if he has some sort of obedience potion for Ji Boda. My eye twitched violently. The cement that was just chipped away was instantly slapped right back on, sealing my heart tighter than ever. I made a firm resolution. If I ever got the chance to come to her house again, I would absolutely not drink a single drop of anything. Lin Qianyue walked back holding 2 glasses of juice. Your juice. Thanks, our gorgeous school idol. Lin Qianyue and I sat across from each other on the sofa. We looked at each other in total silence. The atmosphere was getting seriously awkward, so I took the initiative to strike up a conversation. Everyone says you live in a mansion. Why did you move into this apartment complex? This place probably isn't even half the size of your mansion, right? Lin Qianyue took a sip of her juice, shook her head, and said, They're wrong. I don't live in a mansion. That's just a rumor. Hearing that, I suddenly felt like rich kids weren't actually that over the top after all. Living in massive mansions was just an exaggeration from the movies. But then, Lin Qianyue suddenly shifted her tone, speaking calmly. I live on a private estate. Peeved, I almost choked and spat out the juice I had just taken a sip of. Alright. So a mansion is too small for you, huh? Lies don't hurt, the truth is what really stabs you in the gut. Lin Qianyue completely ignored my dumbfounded expression and continued. I'm living here because the college entrance exams are coming up soon. This place is closer to the school, so I can sleep in a little more in the mornings. And I still have to go back there eventually. Hee, good thing I had this excuse prepared in advance. I couldn't exactly tell you that I moved here specifically just for you, now could I? That would make me look way too desperate. Lin Qianyue played it cool on the outside, but her mind was a whole different story. She felt her excuse was absolutely flawless. The little voice in my head was clapping like crazy. That was absolutely brilliant. You really are a mastermind at playing dumb. If I couldn't hear your thoughts, I actually might have believed you. Rest a bit longer in the morning? Just so you could leave at the exact same time as me. You've been peeking through the peephole for ages. I bet since you moved in. You're actually getting less sleep than before, aren't you, Lin Qianyue? The Oscars seriously owe you a trophy. Of course, I didn't call her out on it. I just put on an act and nodded. Oh, I see. But, living here all by yourself. Aren't your mom and dad worried? Mom and dad? Lin Qianyue froze for a second, and the light in her eyes instantly faded. My mom, she got sick and passed away when I was really little. And my dad, well, I guess he has more important things to do. Seeing Lin Qianyue looking so down, I was stunned. I never expected that someone who seemed so put together, so perfect like Lin Qianyue, would have such a broken family life. I'm so sorry, Lin. I really didn't mean to bring it up. I had no idea about your mom. Lin Qianyue gently shook her head. Her expression quickly went back to her usual, icy self. Gee, I'm feeling a bit tired. Oh, right, okay. I'll just head back then. We could add each other on QQ if you ever have another issue. Like a broken window or something, you can just text me. I don't have QQ, let me make an account tomorrow, and I'll add you then. I'm not an idiot. Hearing her say that, I took the hint, got up, and left. Just earlier today, she was dying to add my QQ. But blowing me off like this now, she was obviously in a terrible mood. But as I reached the door, I couldn't help but glance back. I took one last look at her. It was weird. Ever since she brought up her parents, I hadn't heard a single thought from her. Right then, was her mind really just totally quiet? Early the next morning, I left for school at 6 o'clock as usual. And sure enough, the second I opened my door, Lin Qianyue opened the door to room 1003 right across the hall. Hey, Lin. Bumped into each other again. Morning, Ji. Her tone was ice cold, but her inner thoughts were practically doing cartwheels. Morning. It's totally not a coincidence. I set this whole thing up, you big dummy. You're probably never gonna figure it out. I chuckled to myself, thinking that even if I couldn't hear her inner voice, bumping into her 3 mornings in a row right at the door, anyone would suspect she was doing it on purpose. If we happen to have another chance encounter, then that pretty much confirms my theory. Who's the dummy now? Don't be silly, I'm definitely not that dumb. The two of us were just like yesterday morning. I rode my bike to school. Lin Qianyue took the Maybach. In the end, she still couldn't muster up the courage to invite me to ride with her. When I got to the classroom, Shi Hao, for once, wasn't sleeping during morning reading. I put my backpack down and teased him. Did the sun rise in the west today? You're actually awake during morning reading. Don't even mention it. I'm so mad I could explode. It was raining last night, so I rode my bike back super fast. When I got home, I realized my phone was gone. No idea when I dropped it. I was so pissed off. I went back out in the pouring rain to look for it. And the result of being so pissed off was just me being pissed off. I didn't find jack shit. Shi Hao looked like he was about to cry, totally miserable. I chuckled. Good riddance. The college entrance exams are coming up anyway. Now you're forced to quit your phone addiction. Just focus on your exams. But we get tomorrow off. I was still planning to push for the #1 Han Shin in the country. Now without my phone, I'm totally screwed. Stop dreaming about impossible things. Tomorrow is Wednesday. What day off are you talking about? I knew you definitely forgot. Didn't the homeroom teacher say last week? The freshmen and sophomores have their proficiency exams this week? Our school is a testing center this year. Seniors get 3 days off. Hearing Shi Hao say this, I finally vaguely remembered. Shi Hao kept trying to talk me into it. Since I lost my phone, let's go hang out at an esports hotel tomorrow for the holiday. My treat this time. I need to study. That doesn't conflict. We can just game in the morning. And then go study together in the afternoon. Gotta balance work and play, right? I wanted to say no, but seeing Shi Hao's expectant eyes, I ended up agreeing. Here, take the money for the esports hotel first. You head over first tomorrow. I'll go over after my mom leaves the house. Oh, right. My QQ has a security lock. I can only log in with a text verification code. Tomorrow morning, I'll use my family's old clunky desktop computer to register a new QQ and add you. You can just send me the room number then. After Shi Hao and I figured out our plans, a whole day of classes began. Nothing much happened all day, until school ended in the afternoon. See you tomorrow morning. My dad is home tonight, so I don't dare turn on the computer. I'll add you on my new QQ tomorrow morning. Right after saying goodbye to Shi Hao, Lin Qianyue walked straight toward me. Her eyes were clear and bright as she came right up to me. With a cool and aloof expression, she held out her delicate hand. Give it to me. Give you what? I looked completely clueless. Lin Qianyue raised her slender eyebrows. Your QQ number. Last night you said we should add each other on QQ. I'm staying at the manor tonight, so I have time to register and add you. Alright, write it down then. 502666. I finally got Ji Boda's QQ number. Fortune really does favor the bold. If I've got the guts to add his QQ today, tomorrow, I might just make a move on him. Yeah, right? I won't believe it unless I see you try. After getting my QQ number, Lin Qianyue just turned around, hopped into a Maybach, and drove off. Watching those Maybach taillights fade away, I rubbed my chin and muttered to myself. No wonder half the school has been desperately asking around for Lin Qianyue's QQ number without any luck. Turns out, she didn't even have one to begin with. Still, to think that so many guys at school dream of getting the school queen's QQ, and here I am, just casually scoring it without even trying. I went home and studied all evening, washed up early, and hopped into bed. But even right before I dozed off, I still hadn't gotten a friend request from Lin Qianyue. Did she forget? Nah, no way. I was a bit confused, but I didn't overthink it. I quickly drifted off to sleep. Bright and early the next morning, I grabbed the cash Shi Hao gave me and headed straight to the Amumu Hotel. Walking up to the front desk, I slid my ID card over like a total pro. And told the receptionist, "Hey there. I'd like a double gaming room. Your room is on the 5th floor. Room 5010. Enjoy your stay." I grabbed the keycard and whistled my way down the hall until I found the room. I pulled out my phone, and sure enough, there was a friend request from a little penguin profile picture. It was a level 0 QQ account, asking to add me. No brainer. This had to be Shi Hao. I accepted the request and quickly typed out a message. Amumu Hotel, room 5010. Meanwhile, Shi Hao was stressing out. It was already 8 o'clock, time for work, but his mom was just dragging her feet, showing zero signs of leaving. He was burning with anxiety. Oh crap, I gotta make a QQ account right now and add old man Ji, or I won't even know the room number. Shi Hao gritted his teeth. He didn't even care that his mom was still in the house. He sneaked into the study on tiptoes and fired up the family's chunky old desktop. He was just about to create a new QQ account, but the second the screen lit up, a sharp pain shot through Shi Hao's ear. He let out a pathetic yelp. Ow, 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 ow. Mom, let go of my ear. You're gonna rip it off. Shi Hao snapped his head around, only to see his mom glaring at him with narrowed eyes. His blood ran cold. Busted. His mom didn't loosen her grip one bit. Instead, she twisted even harder and started yelling. You little troublemaker. The college entrance exams are right around the corner. And you're still playing games? You lost your phone, so you can't play on that. And now you won't even spare this ancient, chunky piece of junk? You are really asking for a beating. No, wait. I'm supposed to meet up with Ji Boda today to study. I swear, I was just logging onto QQ to message him. Don't you dare use Ji Boda as an excuse. If you actually cared about your grades. Shi Hao's mom knew him too well. A leopard never changes its spots. She knew exactly what her son was up to, and she ruthlessly shut him down. Crossing her arms, she said without beating around the bush. You're not going anywhere today. It just so happens I'm off work. I'll be watching you study. Come on, Mom. If you don't finish those practice papers today, don't bother calling me your mother. Seeing his mom so absolutely dead set on this, Shi Hao wanted to cry but had no tears left. He knew, there was zero chance he was getting out. He silently apologized in his head. Gee, my man, I'm so sorry, bro. Meanwhile, at the Lin family estate, Lin Qianyue was sitting on the couch, staring intently at the message I had sent her an hour ago. Amumu Hotel, room 5010. He wants me to go to a hotel? But we literally just added each other on QQ. We haven't even gone on a date yet. Isn't this moving way too fast? But, it is Ji Boda. Should I go, or not? If I do go, should I wear a cute dress? The weather is actually pretty nice today, so it won't be too cold. Maybe I should wear black tights too? Oh my gosh, but if I actually go, is he gonna think I'm an easy girl? Lin Qianyue sat on the couch, completely torn. She was both thrilled and terrified. Thrilled, because I actually wanted to ask her out alone. But terrified, because the place was a hotel. Even though she wasn't exactly against the idea, they were still just in high school. So, Lin Qianyue agonizingly debated it. For a whole hour, still unable to decide whether she should go or not. What the hell? You got caught by your mom while turning on your computer? I took the call from Shi Hao, who was using his mom's phone, and was instantly dumbfounded. Shi Hao groaned in frustration. Yeah, man, my mom's forcing me to finish these practice papers before I can go out. I'm completely screwed today, bro. Beep, beep. I hung up on Shi Hao before he could even finish his sentence. Shi Hao looked at his phone in confusion, figuring I was just pissed off. And that's why I hung up so fast. But he didn't take it to heart. He'd just buy me a meal next time we met. But what Shi Hao didn't know was that after finding out he never actually added me on QQ, my entire world just came crashing down. If that new account wasn't Shi Hao, then it could only be Lin Qianyue. I was so dead. The moment I realized I had sent the hotel room number to Lin Qianyue instead, my scalp went completely numb. I glanced down at my phone. Thank God she hadn't replied. And she hadn't actually shown up either. Because if her family ever found out she went to a hotel with a guy like me, man, I'd get assassinated by a hitman in a heartbeat. then sealed up in a cement barrel. Tossed straight into the ocean. Scared out of my mind, I quickly whipped out my phone. And typed another message to Lin Qianyue. I am so sorry, Miss Campus Queen. Please don't take that last message seriously. I sent it to the wrong person. This time, Lin Qianyue replied instantly. On the other end of the phone, when Lin Qianyue saw this message, her totally smitten and conflicted expression instantly froze over. Calling it absolute zero wouldn't be an exaggeration. Sent it to the wrong person? So Ji Boda originally meant to send this message to some other girl? In that split second, Lin Qianyue's hesitation completely vanished. She narrowed her eyes, endless fury burning in her beautiful gaze. Oh, okay then, I'm going to see for myself today. Just which girl actually dares to show up. You bastard, Ji Boda, you absolute jerk. I can't believe you actually invited another girl to a hotel. And you even calmly told her to go, wash up. So this is the kind of guy you really are. Hearing this ear-piercing inner voice, I shuddered all over while playing my game. Almost slipping right off my gaming chair, I turned my head in disbelief. Lin Qianyue was standing right there, looking absolutely dazzling but radiating an icy aura. It couldn't have been colder. Right then, my voice was trembling as I stammered. LLLL Lin, what are you doing here? You're the one who texted me to come. But I already explained, I sent it to the wrong person. I was originally going to send it to Shi Hao. Lin Qianyue let out a cold sneer. If it was really Shi Hao, then why did you just say that if he gets caught by his mom, he'd be dead meat? Because the college entrance exams are coming up soon, and his mom won't let him play games. Then what was that part about, going to wash up, supposed to mean? Lin Qianyue's voice grew colder and colder, carrying a faint, barely noticeable trace of self-mockery. Don't tell me you're going to say that you can't play games without taking a shower first? And I could clearly see a look of profound disappointment in her eyes. I froze for a second, my emotions suddenly getting complicated. In that moment, I seemed to finally understand how Lin Qianyue truly felt about me. If Lin Qianyue didn't like me, why would she interrogate me with that kind of attitude and expression? Honestly, based on all those inner thoughts I'd been hearing, I should have figured it out ages ago. I just thought it was way too absurd to be true. Taking a deep breath, I looked at her seriously and explained, you've completely misunderstood. When I said, go wash up, just now, I didn't mean taking a shower. Because a ton of people come to these esports hotels, even with the cleaning staff around. The keyboards are never actually that clean. So every time Shi Hao and I come here to play, the very first thing we do is wet some tissues and give the keyboards a good wipe down. Hearing my explanation, Lin Qianyue's eyebrows twitched. That oppressive, icy aura around her faded quite a bit, but she was still half skeptical. But you and Shi Hao have been friends online for ages. How could you possibly mix the two of us up? Oh, that's even easier to explain. Shi Hao lost his phone the night before last. His QQ account needs a text verification to log in, so he had to make a brand new QQ at home to add me. I need to send him the room number. When you added me this morning, I thought it was Shi Hao. Hearing this, Lin Qianyue narrowed her eyes. She stared down at me in my gaming chair, as if trying to figure out if I was telling the truth. The room instantly fell dead silent. 2.5 minutes later. If he puts it like that, I guess it makes sense. Looks like I completely misunderstood Ji Boda, the way I just acted, and the tone I used. I was totally interrogating him, but we're just classmates right now. Isn't he gonna think I'm acting super weird? Oh my god, Lin Qianyue. How could you forget that impulsiveness is the devil? You're such an idiot. I was so mad earlier that I just barged right in. I didn't think this through at all. What on earth am I supposed to say now? I could literally die of embarrassment. Hearing Lin Qianyue's inner thoughts again, it suddenly hit me too. Wait, yeah, Lin Qianyue and I are just classmates. Neighbors at best. Even if I had actually invited another girl to a hotel room and she found out, it's not like anything terrifying would happen. So why did I just feel that frantic urge to explain myself, like a guy caught red-handed? Seeing Lin Qianyue internally cringing so hard she was curling her toes, I took the initiative to break the silence. So, Campus Belle Lin, do you believe I sent that text to the wrong person now? I misunderstood the situation. Well, if that's all, then you can head back, Campus Belle Lin. If someone sees you with a guy in a hotel room, it might not look great. There was no way I'd risk staying alone in a hotel room with Lin Qianyue for too long. If her family found out, I'm pretty sure my family jewels wouldn't survive. But Lin Qianyue didn't leave. Instead, she looked around the entire room. Her eyes finally landed on the other PC next to mine. She pointed at it with a pale, delicate finger, her tone completely cool and detached. I want to try playing some games too. Go back? Little Boda, you were the one who invited me here. Since I'm already here, I'm definitely not leaving that easily. Ah, the classic, since I'm already here, excuse. I muttered to myself. Then I spoke up. I mean, you can play. But maybe you shouldn't play here. Why not? Why is Shi Hao allowed to play, but I can't? If that big lump of coal Shi Hao gets to play with you, shouldn't I get to? Am I not prettier than him? Did you really invite another girl over after all? Hearing her inner thoughts, I almost blacked out. Sure, Shi Hao is a bit on the darker side, but it's just a healthy tan at best. Calling him a big lump of coal feels like a personal attack, doesn't it? Alright. If you don't mind, you can play for a bit. What kind of games do you play? I can play anything. Lin Qianyue lifted her chin. She replied with a slightly sunere tone. Seeing her like this really took me by surprise. She honestly looked. Turns out Lin Qianyue is a closet gaming addict. 2.5 minutes later, my face was completely dark with frustration. Lin, my dear school idol, I asked if you knew how to play League of Legends, and you said you were super pro at it. But once we got in, you couldn't even cast a single skill. You blamed it on the keyboard. Then we switched to PUBG. The enemy was literally right in your face. And you just held down left click and wouldn't let go. Even a spray and pray aimbot wouldn't miss as badly as you. Then you said it was the mouse's fault. So now we're playing Plants vs Zombies. So why on earth did you plant the sunflowers in the very front row? Don't tell me that this is a computer issue too? It's not the computer's fault. Lin Qianyue stiffened a bit, then turned her head to look at me. Her usually cool eyes flashed with a hint of fierce stubbornness. This is called protecting our brains from getting eaten. I actually laughed out loud in exasperation. Lin Qianyue wasn't some gaming master at all. She was a total noob who had clearly never touched a PC game in her life. But somehow, she was terrible at it, yet absolutely hooked. Let's just give it a rest, Miss Perfect. If we suck, let's just not play. I do not suck. She sounded totally offended by my teasing. With a dead serious expression, Lin Qianyue demanded, then why are you so good at it? Practice makes perfect, obviously. Hearing that, she just pouted her lips. She stubbornly refused to get out of the chair, absolutely insisting on playing more. Left with no choice, I pulled up a minigame site called 4388. I opened up Fireboy and Watergirl for her to try. And this time, Lin Qianyue finally actually enjoyed the game. She stared intently at the screen, her slender fingers tapping awkwardly on the keyboard. Those beautiful eyes of hers gradually lit up with genuine joy. Ji Boda, what's the name of this game? Fireboy and Watergirl. Lin Qianyue nodded, then eagerly clicked on the next level. Watching her play games like an excited little kid, I couldn't hold back a chuckle. I quietly studied her. Before today, Lin Qianyue didn't even have a QQ account, nor had she ever played a single video game. It was pretty obvious, she probably grew up with zero digital entertainment. Add to that growing up without a mother's warmth, and a dad who was always away on business. She just stayed all alone in that massive house, surrounded by nothing but maids and butlers. It wasn't hard to figure out. Her icy, aloof personality. It was just a defense mechanism she was forced to build. While I was lost in thought, Lin Qianyue suddenly turned her head. This game has a 2-player mode. You should play with me. I don't know about that. Why not? It must be because I was so terrible at those other games just now. That Ji Boda doesn't even want to play with me anymore. God, Lin Qianyue, you're such an idiot. Even a meathead like Shi Hao can figure this stuff out. So why can't you get it right? My eye twitched. I almost burst out laughing. So the nickname, Big Black Egg, was just what she casually called Shi Hao. But all brawn and no brains was her actual, unfiltered opinion of him. Meanwhile, Shi Hao, who was currently stressing over a test paper, suddenly let out 2 huge sneezes in a row. He scratched the back of his head, looking purely and utterly confused. Sniff. Man, did I catch a cold from walking in the rain the other night? Back to Lin Qianyue's invitation. I waved her off dismissively. Just play it yourself. I got bored of these little games back in elementary school. There is zero chance I'm playing this with you. Fast forward 5 minutes later, and I was sitting right next to Lin Qianyue, furiously smashing the keyboard. I was sweating bullets, completely stuck on this one level forever. Lin Qianyue breezed right through it, but I just couldn't beat it to save my life. I started cursing under my breath. This is absolute bullshit. How did you even clear that? Why the hell can't I get past it? Lin Qianyue just raised an eyebrow, looking as cool as a cucumber. Nothing to it, just a little thing called muscle memory. That single line hit me like a massive critical strike. I was completely silenced and my defenses were shattered. I tilted instantly. I never expected to get roasted so badly by Lin Qianyue of all people. We sat there gaming together for half an hour, and it was getting close to 11 o'clock. Hey, campus queen, how about we call it a day here? But I haven't played enough yet. Lin Qianyue pouted, showing a rare look of annoyance. I let out an awkward laugh. Looks like someone's addicted, but the two of us had already been alone in this hotel room for a whole hour. I wasn't sure if her driver, who was waiting downstairs, would report this back to the Lin family. So, I lied. Let's play again some other time. It's getting late. I really need to start studying. You should head back home now, I added. But she just replied, you do your studying. I'll just keep playing my game. I promise I won't bother you. But this isn't exactly a place to study. I was absolutely dead set on leaving the hotel today. Lin Qianyue narrowed her eyes at me. Are you trying to kick me out? Even though I was totally busted, I didn't panic. Of course not. Look over there at my backpack. It's completely stuffed with mock exams and test papers. Shihao and I already agreed to study right after we finished gaming. Seeing my backpack sitting over there, Lin Qianyue finally stopped pestering me to play. She stood up and headed for the door, murmuring, time flew by so fast. I didn't even get to play enough with Ji Boda, but I guess I have to let it go, she whispered to herself. He needs to study, I really shouldn't bother him. Just to make absolutely sure she was actually leaving the hotel, I put on a whole show of grabbing my backpack. We walked out of the room together. My plan was to wait until she was gone, and then sneak back into the room to study. Who knows, maybe Shihao could still sneak out tonight for some gaming. But I completely miscalculated. As we walked past the front desk, Lin Qianyue suddenly stopped in her tracks. Why aren't you checking out of your room? I knew it, she snapped. You were just trying to get rid of me. So the second I'm gone, you can invite some other girl over? I took a deep breath and just went straight to the desk to officially check out. If I didn't cancel this room right in front of her face, I'd never be able to shake off the accusation that I was calling other girls. Over to the hotel. When I finally came back from checking out, I noticed that Lin Qianyue's freezing, suspicious aura had practically vanished. Hee, she smiled to herself. I guess I really did misunderstand my little Boda. He really was just planning to game with Shihao. Now I can finally relax. After leaving the Amumu Hotel, I finally said my goodbyes to Lin Qianyue. I just decided to hit up the city library nearby. Figured I'd spend the afternoon here studying. I found a quiet little corner on the second floor, pulled out a practice test, and slapped it on the table. Time to go on an absolute rampage. You tricky little questions. I'm gonna rip right through you. But right at that moment, the chair across from me was suddenly pulled out. I looked up, totally confused. And there was Lin Qianyue. Without saying a single word, she just sat right down across from me. Miss Popular. Why are you following me? She frowned a little, sounding clearly annoyed. I'm not following you. Then how come you're here at the library too? Out of nowhere, she pulled up a canvas tote bag, took out a practice test, and laid it out on the table. Looking completely unfazed, she replied, I'm here to study, too. That left me completely speechless for a second. Finally, I blurted out, but why did you have to come to this exact library? I'm a VIP member here. Is there a problem with me being here? As she said that, she pulled a shiny gold card out of her little coin purse. But before I could even get a good look at it, she shoved it right back in. She softly muttered, honestly, I probably come here way more than you do. I was highly skeptical. I mean, sure, I didn't actually come to this library that much. Because it was pretty far from where I lived. But just because I don't come often doesn't mean I never do. And I swear, the VIP card for this place definitely didn't look like whatever she just flashed at me. Was she seriously just waving some random card around to bluff me? Miss Popular, that doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure the city library's VIP card doesn't look like, excuse me. You're distracting me from my studying. She didn't even bother looking up. Just cut me right off. Crap. He is so annoying. If he keeps pressing me, I'm totally gonna blow my cover. I just wanted to spend a little more time with you, that's all. Ji Boda seems to really like studying at the library. I definitely need to accidentally on purpose bump into him here more often. When I get home, I'll just have Uncle Lee buy me a VIP membership for literally every single library in Bayan City. There's no way I'll get caught next time. Okay, look, I knew Lin Qianyue's family was loaded. But honestly, I just had to admit defeat. Just to casually run into me. She was seriously willing to drop a massive fortune to buy memberships for every single library in the city. Absolutely freaking insane rich girl behavior. How does the saying go again? A broke guy's romance is a joke, but a rich girl's audacity is incredibly charming. So, Lin Qianyue and I just sat there face to face, both of us buried in our own practice tests. We didn't say a single word the whole time, but I could still hear her thoughts popping into my head every now and then. I knew she wasn't actually focusing on her work at all. She was just looking for any excuse to secretly stare at me. This is the first time I've ever looked at Ji Boda from this close up. He looks so intense when he studies. It's so cute, and his hair looks so soft and fluffy. I really want to touch it. Meanwhile, I was just sitting there, racking my brain in total confusion. Thinking back to the start of senior year, right after she transferred to Bayan High. Aside from basic, mandatory class stuff, I was pretty sure we had never even spoken to each other. Let alone actually hung out. So, why the hell did Lin Qianyue like me? I knew if I just asked her directly, not only would I not get an answer, but I'd probably just scare Lin Qianyue away. So, I just stopped thinking about it for now, and poured all my focus into the exam paper in front of me. From 11 a.m. to 1 in the afternoon, I finally finished the papers I brought. I sat up straight and gave a huge, satisfying stretch. Then, I smoothly popped the cap back on my pen, looking as badass as an overpowered main character pulling up his pants. You clingy little test paper. Your tricky questions have been absolutely stuffed with my answers. I'll be taking this knowledge now, and I'll wire the good grades over to you later. Alright, you're totally useless to me now. Get the hell off my desk. As I was quietly talking trash to myself, I smugly packed up my papers, and looked up at Lin Qianyue, who was sitting right across from me. Hey, school beauty Lin, I'm all done. Yeah, me too. After a brief pause, she chimed in again. I'm heading back now, though she really didn't want to part ways just yet. But it couldn't be helped. She had been hanging out with Ji Boda since the morning, and she had purposely come to find him to study together just now. If she made up another excuse to cling to him, he would definitely catch on. An opportunity like this. Who knew when the next time would be? I lowered my eyes slightly, then suddenly changed the subject. Hey, school beauty Lin. It's right about time for lunch. If you're not in a rush to head back, how about we grab a bite together? Lin Qianyue's eyes instantly lit up. She instantly grabbed her canvas bag and shot up from her chair like a rocket. But a second later, meeting my completely bewildered gaze, she froze. She realized she was coming off a bit too eager. I watched as 2 soft spots of crimson instantly flared up on her cheeks, looking just like the most delicate spring petals gently brushed by the morning dew. She quickly lowered her head to stare at her shoes, her long eyelashes trembling softly. It hid the shy, anxious look in her eyes, but the slight curve of her lips still gave away a trace of joy she just couldn't hide. I let out a soft, awkward cough. To save her from any more embarrassment, I quickly got up and started heading for the door. Once I walked away, Lin Qianyue finally managed to cool down. She lifted her head, pressing her lips together in a sweet smile, and grabbed her canvas bag to chase after me. Her steps were light and practically skipping with joy. I was originally planning to just grab some fried noodles or something similar. But then I thought about it. I might love that stuff, but our school beauty definitely wouldn't. She was, after all, a wealthy heiress who lived in a literal mansion. So, I figured I'd just take her out for some Korean barbecue. I've seen people say online that girls absolutely love that stuff. Hey, school beauty, let's go to that Grandpa Danta's barbecue. It just opened recently, and the reviews online say it's pretty damn good. After she happily agreed, I pulled out my phone to call a ride. But almost immediately, a sleek black Maybach pulled up and stopped smoothly right in front of us. Lin Qianyue gave a soft smile. No need to call a car. Just ride in mine. Hee hee hee. Little Boda, I finally managed to trick you into my car this time. I furrowed my brows, my tone dripping with total dissatisfaction. What's that supposed to mean? You think you're so great just because you have a car? Just because you have a Maybach, you look down on DD rides? I pulled the door open, plopped right into the seat, and said with a straight face. Today, I'm gonna see for myself what the big deal is about this Maybach. But honestly, the second I sat down, I almost let out a moan. It was that comfortable. Damn it. Sitting in this Maybach S680. It's actually pretty freaking comfy. I guess a Maybach really is a big deal. Lin Qianyue just smiled and got into the car too. Uncle Lee, the driver, turned around with a smile. Young Master Yi, where are we heading? East Tower Grand Viz Barbecue. Right away, miss. Lin Yin nodded, and the car quickly pulled away. But I instantly frowned, my expression suddenly turning sharp and guarded. I shot a piercing glare at Uncle Lee. We haven't met before, have we? Then how do you know who I am? Hearing my sudden interrogation, the driving Uncle Lee was clearly caught off guard. But after just a few seconds of silence, he chuckled. Don't be nervous, young Master Yi. After the miss moved into the new neighborhood, she mentioned you to me. After all, you and the miss are classmates at school. It's exactly like Uncle Lee said. Lin Qianyue chimed in smoothly. Oh crap, that almost blew my cover. Thank God Uncle Lee is quick on his feet. He definitely needs a raise. I narrowed my eyes, hearing Lin Qianyue's inner thoughts. I realized that the driver knowing my details wasn't just some casual mention by her. Oh, I see. My bad, I'm just being too paranoid. I decided not to expose them. Once we arrived at the barbecue restaurant, I led Lin Qianyue into a private booth. Alright, Campus Queen Lin. You order first. Don't be shy. I handed the menu over to her. She really didn't hold back, taking the menu and immediately firing off her order. A moment later, she tossed it back to me. I'm done ordering. Your turn. I took a casual glance at the slip, and my heart almost leapt out of my chest. Wow, you really live up to your reputation, Campus Queen Lin. And I said don't be shy, I was just being polite. But you literally showed zero mercy. You went straight for the pricey stuff. I'm treating. Little Boda, look how spooked you are. As if I'd actually make you spend your own money. Just look at how skinny you've gotten. Since I finally have the chance to treat you today, I'm definitely making sure you eat a ton of meat. Even that big dark meathead Shi Hao is super buff. My Ji Boda can't be lagging behind him. My expression instantly did a 180, and I gave a cheeky grin. Well, if that's the case, then I won't hold back either. Of course, I was just saying that. I didn't actually go crazy and order a bunch of ridiculous stuff. Lin Qianyue had already ordered a massive feast, so I just added a couple of things for show. Before handing the menu back to the waiter, in my head, I secretly promised myself, once the college entrance exams are over, I'm definitely treating her back. I really hate owing people favors, and I especially hate owing favors to girls. Holy crap, Miss Lin, who taught you to just toss a massive slab of meat on the grill like that? Watch your hands when you're roasting it. Hey, that could leave a nasty scar if it burns you. And those chopsticks touched raw meat, so don't use them for the cooked meat. What if there are parasites or something on them? Once we started eating, Lin Qianyue was fumbling all over the place. I was completely dumbfounded. Not only is she terrible at games but still loves playing them. She's exactly the same when it comes to eating. Left with no other choice, I just went ahead and took over the whole grill by myself. Every time a piece of meat was done, I'd use the serving chopsticks to put it on Lin Qianyue's plate. Seeing this, Lin Qianyue looked a bit embarrassed. With a hint of apology in her voice, she said, "I'm so sorry, Ji Boda. I rarely eat out. Usually, when I eat stuff like this, the maids at home do it for me. So, sob, please don't be mad at me, Ji Boda. I'll practice really hard as soon as I get home today. I'll fire all the maids when I get back. I absolutely can't let Ji Boda think that I'm some useless little loser who can't do anything. But wow, Ji Boda looks so incredibly handsome and gentle grilling meat for me. Ah, I'm getting full just looking at him, and I haven't even started eating. Hee, I guess he really is a snack." Slurp. Suppressing the overwhelming urge to laugh, I pursed my lips and said, "It's totally fine, really. Just eat it while it's hot." And just like that, I was in charge of the grilling. And Lin Qianyue was in charge of the eating. After that, neither of us said a word. The silence felt super awkward, but I had absolutely no idea what to say. "You have such a wild inner monologue, yet you won't say a single word out loud?" I couldn't help but complain to myself. But surprisingly, right after that thought crossed my mind, Lin Qianyue actually broke the silence. "Ji Boda, the college entrance exam is coming up soon. Which university do you want to go to?" I didn't answer right away. I wanted to see what she was thinking first. But for the next few seconds, her mind was completely silent. "Well, that's weird." Caught off guard, I quickly gave her an answer. "Icon Jiaodong University, I guess." Hearing that, Lin Qianyue lowered her eyes slightly, perfectly masking the flash of excitement in them. She casually picked up her glass and took a sip of water. "Why that specific university?" "Why, mainly because it's the absolute best top-tier university in Icon. Honestly, I don't really care where I go, as long as it's far away from that place they call home." I paused, my expression shifting slightly. Speaking of which, when I was a kid, I think I made a promise with someone that we'd go to Icon Jiaodong together. But it was so long ago, I can barely remember it now. What kind of promise was? But before Lin Qianyue could even finish her sentence, the door to our private room burst open. Uncle Lee rushed in from outside. He looked frantic, and his voice was full of panic. "The master is back. I have to take you back to the estate right now." "But Uncle Lee, Ji Boda and I haven't even finished eating yet." "I know, miss, but you know how the master's temper is. If we don't leave right this second, and he finds out I snuck you out." Uncle Lee trailed off, shooting a nervous glance in my direction. He didn't finish his sentence. Lin Qianyue furrowed her brow, with an incredibly reluctant expression on her face. "I don't want to go back. This is my first time having a meal with Ji Boda, and it just gets ruined like this. So annoying, so freaking annoying. Why did Dad have to come back right now? It's literally a weekday today." Seeing Lin Qianyue stay silent, Uncle Lee turned to me apologetically. "I'm so incredibly sorry, young Master Yi. The master of the house came back unexpectedly today, so I have to take the young miss back right away. Young Master Yi, please feel free to stay and finish your meal. I've already taken care of the bill for both of you." I froze for a second, then quickly replied without overthinking it. "Alright then, Lin, our campus beauty. If we get the chance next time, the next meal is on me. You can order whatever you want." Lin Qianyue gave a blank nod, then headed out with Uncle Lee. But the moment she stepped out of the private room, her joyful inner voice floated right back into my ears. "There's going to be a next time. Yay, this is awesome. We definitely have to get barbecue again next time. But when we do, it'll be my turn to grill the meat for Ji Boda." After Lin Qianyue left, I lost my appetite after a few bites. It wasn't until the evening that I got a call from Shi Hao, using his mom's phone. "Ji, my man, I finally finished all those damn practice papers my mom gave me. It was absolute torture. All hail the return of the Dragon King from his prison cell." "Bro, don't lump me in with that cringe crooked mouth meme. Just wait for me at the Wanda Plaza over by Daming Palace, alright? I'm gonna buy a cheap burner phone. Otherwise, we won't even be able to get in touch anymore. Hurry up then, I actually happen to be right nearby." Hanging up, I gathered my things and headed over to Wanda Plaza. Meanwhile, over at the women's watch counter in Wanda Plaza, Lu Ruyan and her best friend Su Myomiao were standing together in front of the display. Lu Ruyan, the former campus beauty of Icon First High. It was only after Lin Qianyue transferred in during our senior year that she started getting outshined. Lu Ruyan's family lived in the exact same neighborhood as my aunt. Back when my aunt found out that both Lu Ruyan and I were applying to Icon First High, she tried her absolute hardest to make me buddy up to her. That watch you liked last time was over 700, which is definitely a bit pricey. It makes sense that your mom didn't want to buy it for you. But honestly, this one for 388 is really nice too. You could totally just buy this one to wear for now, and then switch it out for a new one after the college entrance exams. Lu Ruyan looked at the watch Su Myomiao was pointing at, and gave a slight nod. Yeah, I think this one is pretty nice too. But I just tried calling my mom, and she didn't pick up. She's probably just busy. Let's hang around and wait for a bit. Once I get the money from her, I'll just buy it on the spot. You're already so pretty. If you wear this and match it with a cute dress in the right color, it's going to look absolutely stunning. Hearing her best friend's compliments, Lu Ruyan was thrilled. Oh, right, Myomiao. Did you ever try out that dress I got you for your birthday last week? Not yet. My dad has been hanging around the house lately. Never mind trying on dresses. I don't even dare to put on any makeup. I'm kind of worried my dad might be into me. Lu Ruyan looked shocked. What? No way. He's literally your dad. How could he possibly think of his own daughter like that? Why wouldn't it be possible? Think about it seriously. The chances of something like that happening are actually huge. After all, if you take away the whole, he's my father, filter, he's really just an ordinary middle-aged guy. But that's just a guess. Your dad hasn't actually done that yet, right? Su Myomiao shrugged, her tone completely dismissive. So what? The young sales guy standing behind the counter had heard every single word of Lu Ruyan and Su Myomiao's conversation. His face was literally twitching. What kind of unhinged logic is that? He desperately fought the urge to smack Su Myomiao right across the face, forcing a stiff, professional smile instead. Ladies, we're closing early tonight at 7 o'clock. If you're planning to buy the watch today, you'll need to hurry. Lu Ruyan froze for a second. It was almost 7, with only 10 minutes left. But her mom still hadn't called her back. After thinking it over, she really didn't want to drag herself all the way back here tomorrow. It was just too much of a hassle. She shot Su Myomiao a desperate, pleading look. Myomiao, could you maybe spot me the cash for now? Once my mom transfers the money, I'll pay you right back. I don't have that kind of money on me either. Look, if worse comes to worst, I'll help you figure something out. Hey, look at those two guys out there. Isn't that Ji Boda and Shi Hao? Lu Ruyan followed Su Myomiao's pointing finger. Sure enough, she spotted that familiar silhouette. It really was Ji Boda. Well, that's perfect. Doesn't his aunt's family practically worship your parents? Just call him over and make him pay for the watch. He has a massive crush on you, right? He'd probably kill for the chance to buy you a gift. Lu Ruyan hesitated at the suggestion. Oh, come on, don't overthink it. Half the guys at school are obsessed with you. They would beg for a chance like this. You're basically doing Ji Boda a favor by picking him. It's an absolute honor for him. If anything, he should be thanking you. Besides, the only way to know how much a guy really likes you is by seeing how much cash he's willing to drop. You know what, Myomiao? You're totally right. Swayed by her friend's twisted logic, Lu Ruyan threw all her hesitation out the window. She figured this was the perfect excuse to test exactly how much I liked her. Linking arms, the two of them strutted straight toward me. Shi Hao and I had just met up, and were heading to the phone store when these two blocked our path. Lu Ruyan crossed her arms and stepped up to me, looking incredibly haughty. Ji Boda, I want to buy a watch. I didn't bring enough cash. Cover it for me, will you? Su Myomiao chimed in. Yeah, and hurry up about it, Ji Boda. The store closes in 10 minutes. If you actually like her, you'd better rush over and buy it right now, before I could even say a word. Shi Hao snapped at them. Are you two completely out of your minds? If you want something, buy it your damn selves. Why are you bugging Boda? Why are you getting so worked up? It's not like we're asking you to pay. Lu Ruyan rolled her eyes and turned her attention back to me. Ji Boda, we haven't seen each other in a whole month. Is it really too much to ask for a little reunion gift? I just stood there in silence, watching her try to act all cute and pouty. Since I didn't say no right away, Shi Hao instantly panicked. In the past, Lu Ruyan would always make me run her errands, and I'd get her little gifts for the holidays. Shi Hao had chewed me out about it tons of times, but I just kept quiet and never argued back. So, Shi Hao gradually started to believe the rumors going around. That I really was in love with Lu Ruyan. Otherwise, why else would I willingly do all that stuff? But looking at the situation right now, it was super obvious Lu Ruyan was just using me as a walking ATM. How could he just stand there and watch his best bro make a total fool of himself? Shi Hao frantically blurted out. Old Ji, snap out of it. Even if you really like Lu Rian, you can't just be a complete simp for her. I didn't reply to Shi Hao. I just calmly said, you're out of your damn mind. Shi Hao froze. Lu Rian and Su Miao exchanged a glance. They both burst out laughing. Lu Rian scoffed lightly. Did you hear that, Shi Hao? You're out of your damn mind. Ji Boda wants to buy it for me. Why are you sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? But the moment the words left her mouth, I shot her a weird, complicated look. Is there any chance at all that I was actually saying, you're out of your damn mind, to you? Hearing that, the smile on Lu Rian's face instantly froze. Su Miao's smile vanished right along with it. And according to the law of conservation of smiles, smiles don't just disappear, they simply transfer onto someone else's face. Shi Hao cracked up completely. Holy crap, ha 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 ha. Old Ji, you scared the hell out of me for a second. So you were actually talking to them. Lu Rian and Su Miao were completely dumbfounded. If they hadn't seen Shi Hao's reaction, they wouldn't have believed their own ears. That, you're out of your damn mind, was actually meant for Lu Rian? Has he gone crazy? Lu Rian couldn't believe I dared to curse at her. She figured I had to be joking. Ji Boda, stop messing around. Hurry up and go buy me that watch. I really, really want it. The store is about to close. Just because you like it, means I have to buy it for you? I tossed the words out coldly, then added, look, I don't have a single cent to give you, but I can give you a way to make enough cash in 10 minutes. What way? Lu Rian asked instinctively. I pointed toward the mall entrance, where crowds of people were walking in and out. There, go sit over there with a bowl. Ask for money from anyone who walks by. You'll make bank in no time. Wouldn't that make me a beggar? Lu Rian's face flushed with obvious anger, but I just let out a relaxed chuckle, and said, emphasizing every single word. Well, you just walked right up and demanded I buy you things. Lu Rian started panicking. How could she be a beggar? She immediately opened her mouth to snap back, but for a second, she couldn't find the words. Thinking about it carefully, it seemed like what I said actually made total sense. But how could Lu Rian ever admit she was wrong? She was the high and mighty campus Belle. She was always right. I don't care. You absolutely have to buy me that watch today. Otherwise, I'll never let you come looking for me ever again. Wait, did she just threaten me with a good time? Then it's a deal. You said it yourself, so absolutely no take-backs. As for a top-tier toxic girl like Lu Rian, I'd give anything to stay a million miles away from her. The only reason I used to go find her in her class was because my aunt completely forced me to. If I didn't go, she would cut off my living expenses. But things are different now. I'm about to graduate high school. I don't have to put up with my aunt's threats anymore, and I definitely don't need to maintain that ridiculous relationship with Lu Rian. Ji Boda. Lu Rian stomped her feet in absolute rage. Her entire face flushed crimson with humiliation. Before this, she never in a million years would have expected that I would actually embarrass her right in front of Su Miao and Shi Hao. Let's go, Shi Hao. Weren't you going to buy a phone? Oh, right. Shi Hao finally snapped out of the shock of watching me totally roast Lu Rian, and quickly hurried to catch up with me. Lu Rian was so furious her chest was heaving wildly, and her eyes were already starting to turn red. You could tell the waterworks were about to start at any second. Old Ji, what the heck got into you today? I mean, seeing you totally destroy Lu Rian and Su Miao was super satisfying and all, but weren't you practically worshipping the ground she walked on before? Shi Hao just couldn't hold back his curiosity. My expression, however, was completely calm. That was only because my aunt insisted on sucking up to Lu Rian's parents. I didn't want my allowance cut off, so I just had to play along. Then why did you snap today? There's only a month or so left until the college entrance exams, and I've already saved up enough cash for next month's living expenses. Plus, once I get into college, I'll be more than capable of making my own money. So, I don't ever have to walk on eggshells for anyone again. Shi Hao's eyes instantly widened in shock. Old Ji, I always thought you were putting up with your aunt and Lu Rian. Because you were too scared or too nice to fight back. I can't believe you were just biding your time all these years. What else was I supposed to do? Starve to death on the streets? I let out a bitter laugh. Shi Hao just gave me a massive thumbs up. I shifted my gaze out through the mall's giant windows. The massive boulder that had been weighing down on my chest for over 10 years had finally been lifted. I felt a sense of relief like never before. Meanwhile, tell me, what right does Ji Boda have to treat me with that kind of tone and attitude? Putting aside the fact that I tried to force him to buy me a luxury watch. Is he honestly saying he did absolutely nothing wrong? By this time, Shi Hao and I had found a street food stall at the night market and finished our dinner. We both headed our separate ways home. For the next 2 days off, I didn't go anywhere at all. I just holed up in my room and studied for my exams. No matter what kind of drama was happening outside, I didn't care in the slightest. When the doorbell suddenly rang, I froze for a second. I got up and opened the door. It was Lin Qianyue. She was back. Today, she was wearing an elegant, flowing beige skirt, paired perfectly with a simple white blouse. The outfit completely suited her usual aloof, untouchable vibe, while adding a gentle, undeniably girly touch to her look. I stared at her completely dazed, entirely forgetting how to speak. Seeing my reaction, a barely noticeable, mischievous gleam flashed in Lin Qianyue's eyes. Hee, looks like dressing up so carefully today actually worked. Little Boda can't even take his eyes off me. He's totally falling for it. Ji Boda, are you busy right now? When I told her I wasn't doing much, Lin Qianyue flashed a rare, gorgeous smile. Then come over to my place. Let's play Fireboy and Watergirl together. My brain instantly short-circuited. For a second, I thought I had studied so hard I was losing my mind. I just stood there, unable to process what was happening. If I didn't hear that wrong, Lin Qianyue is actually inviting me over to her place to play the 4399 flash game, Fireboy and Watergirl. That's right, Lin Qianyue nodded with a completely serious face, not feeling like anything was weird about it at all. Boo-hoo, looking at Ji Boda, why does it feel like he doesn't really want to play with me? But I even had Uncle Lee build a PC specifically so I could play with Ji Boda. Looking at how serious our school beauty Lin was, I really couldn't bear to turn her down. The poor girl finally learned how to play a game. What else could I do but play with her? Alright then, and so, I stepped into Lin Qianyue's house for the second time. Unlike last time, there was a lot more furniture in her place. And they all looked like the kind where a single piece costs more than my kidney. In the corner of the living room, sat a brand new computer desk, the monitor on the desk, and the panoramic glass PC case. Totally blew my mind. An RTX 4090, an i9-14900K. I mean, seriously, you got such insane specs just to play 4399 flash games? Your graphics card is gonna catch a cold at this rate. Ah, whatever, what can you do when she's loaded? While I was still in shock, Lin Qianyue had already sat down in front of the computer. She turned and patted the empty seat next to her, a hint of grievance showing in her eyes. Can we start now? Hurry up and come here, Ji Boda. I can't wait anymore. Hurry, hurry, I can't wait to play you. I mean, play the game. I forced a twitchy smile, and sat down next to Lin Qianyue. And just like that, a very weird scene was born. Two 18-year-old high schoolers, sitting in front of a PC worth over $100,000, playing a 4399 flash game. Because I was sitting so close to Lin Qianyue, and we were sharing a single keyboard for the two-player game. I could clearly smell the light, sweet fragrance radiating from her while we played. It was a little intoxicating. On top of that, I would occasionally bump into her arm by accident. The smooth, soft texture of her skin made my heart race non-stop. But after playing for a while, I slowly realized something wasn't right. Afraid that Lin Qianyue would mind, I tried my best to sit as close to the edge as possible and keep my movements small, trying not to make any physical contact with her. But even so, I kept bumping into her anyway. Wow, oh wow, Ji Boda's skin is actually pretty nice. It doesn't feel rough at all. Thank goodness he didn't become a sports major with that big dark lump, Shihao. Otherwise, his skin would definitely be terrible. But, if Ji Boda was a sports major, he would play basketball a lot. And don't guys who play basketball love taking their shirts off? Then I could, hee. Hearing Lin Qianyue's inner voice, my scalp went numb. Thank God I'm not a sports major, and thank God I can read her mind. Otherwise, if I wasn't paying attention, my worn clothes might just get stolen by Lin Qianyue. And the most important part is, no one would ever suspect Lin Qianyue. After all, who would associate a creep who steals unwashed clothes with the icy, aloof school beauty, Lin Qianyue? I felt like half my butt was already hanging off the chair. And finally couldn't hold it in anymore. Hey, Lin. If you keep pushing, I'm gonna fall right off this chair. Ah, right. Sorry. Lin Qianyue instantly snapped out of the thrill of secretly touching me. Looking a bit embarrassed, she quickly scooted over to make room. Her movements became much more restrained. From then on, Lin Qianyue poured all her focus into the computer screen. It was as if she was born to play Fireboy and Watergirl. She had an insane talent for it, breezing through every single level in no time. But as we hit the later stages, I started to really struggle. There were several levels where I just couldn't get past at all. Lin Qianyue knitted her delicate brows, her voice drifting faintly into my ear. Ji Boda, jump a little faster. I'm always the one waiting for you at the finish line. Ji Boda, you went the wrong way. That's not how you beat this level. Ji Boda, you're a bit clumsy. Ji Boda, you're terrible at this, but you just can't stop playing. Ji Boda, you. I stared at Lin Qianyue, completely dumbfounded. Hold on a second, bro. Didn't you invite me over to your place? How did I become the one who sucks but loves playing? Talk about twisting the narrative. But honestly speaking, I had to admit my skills were trash compared to hers. Lin Qianyue wasn't wrong to call me a noob. Even so, we somehow ended up playing straight from 6 p.m. to past 8 o'clock. My stomach really couldn't take the hunger anymore, so I asked her tentatively. Should we go grab something to eat? Okay. Oops, I was so focused on the game. I completely lost track of time. Lin Qianyue nodded gently. She turned off the computer and headed out with me. There was a decent-sized night market near her neighborhood. People living nearby absolutely loved coming here for late-night snacks. As I walked Lin Qianyue through the night market, she had a head-turning rate of literally 999%. Lin Qianyue seemed incredibly uncomfortable with this kind of scene, instinctively lowering her head and hiding behind me. Ah, why are there so many people here? I really want to go back. No, I can't do that. Lin Qianyue, you have to be brave. Just pretend they're all cabbages and little radishes. It's just a bunch of cabbages and little radishes staring at you. Don't be nervous. If you don't even have this much courage, Ji Boda is definitely going to look down on you. Walking in front of her, Lin Qianyue's inner voice kept drifting into my ears. I hadn't expected her to be so resistant to crowded places, so I immediately stopped in my tracks. If you're not used to this kind of environment, I can take you somewhere less crowded to eat. Lin Qianyue looked up and replied with a completely blank expression, but inwardly, she was whining non-stop. It's fine. If you're really not comfortable here, there's another night market nearby with fewer people. We can just grab a cab and head over there. Really, no need. I've never been to a place like this before. I actually find it pretty fascinating. I'm just not used to seeing so many people, that's all. Lin Qianyue shook her head firmly. I wanted to insist on changing locations, but then her inner voice chimed in again. Really, there's no need. So this is the legendary night market. I've never been here before. The air here, it smells so incredibly good everywhere. Sniff, sniff. This must be where they sell all that deep-fried junk food and cancer-causing barbecue my dad always talks about, right? I really want to try it. Just once shouldn't. It shouldn't kill me, right, Ji Boda? If eating this stuff just once could kill you, then how am I still alive right now? Seeing that Lin Qianyue was actually pretty interested in this place, I stopped insisting on taking her somewhere else. Instead, I just picked a stall I eat at all the time, and we sat down. I waved at the boss. 10 beef tendon skewers, and 10 beef skewers, and 20 grilled squid skewers. Lin Qianyue's expression shifted slightly. You don't need to order so much. This stuff isn't healthy. I'm really just gonna take one bite. What do you mean? Lin Qianyue looked at me, completely puzzled, and repeated herself. I'm really just taking one bite. I, however, just chuckled. 10 minutes later, dozens of empty metal skewers had magically appeared in front of Lin Qianyue. Out of all the skewers we ordered, I barely even got a few bites in. She absolutely demolished almost all of them. Looking a bit embarrassed, I looked at Lin Qianyue with a teasing smirk. Just one bite, huh? More like 1 million bites. Being teased by me like this. Lin Qianyue immediately sat up straight, suddenly remembering what she had claimed earlier. Her cheeks instantly flushed bright red. Oh, so this is how well Ji Boda has been eating all this time. Damn it, I had no idea these little street snacks were actually this delicious. I completely lost control. Just then, Lin Qianyue seemed to make some sort of absolute resolution. She lifted her head and stared straight at me. Can I order a little more? Seeing the pleading look hidden inside this usually aloof girl's eyes, I didn't even hesitate. I turned my head and shouted to the boss. Bring us 30 more skewers. The boss gave a cheerful shout of agreement, and before long, he came over carrying the fresh barbecue. I was a total regular here, so the boss already knew me well. Noticing that I wasn't alone today, and that the person I brought with me was an insanely gorgeous girl, the boss broke into a huge grin. Little G, did you finally get yourself a girlfriend? I nearly spat out the meat in my mouth, my eyes going wide as saucers. But deep down, Lin Qianyue felt the exact opposite. Oh, I like the sound of that. Keep talking. Boss, you really know what to say. Please, do go on. Before I could even open my mouth to speak, the boss just kept going. This girl is absolutely stunning. You're a lucky guy, little G. You two look like a match made in heaven. So completely perfect for each other. No, wait, boss. She is not my girlfriend. We're literally just classmates. I rushed to explain myself, terrified that Lin Qianyue was going to get angry. But the boss just gave a knowing, cheeky smile. Right. I get it. I completely get it. Today, you're just classmates. Tomorrow she's your bestie, and the day after that, she's your little baby, right? Bro, seriously? You're literally just a barbecue guy. With all these slick rhymes, what are you trying to do? Get a master's degree in poetry? The boss walked away with a massive, giddy grin on his face. I hurriedly turned back to Lin Qianyue. Hey, please don't get the wrong idea. I just eat here a lot. The boss is just messing with me. Please don't take it to heart. Lin Qianyue's expression didn't change much, but the bright blush on the tips of her ears was impossible to miss. Of course you're supposed to keep the person you like close to your heart. But obviously, you shouldn't just keep them in your heart. Someday, you've got to get them into your bed, too. My eye twitched. I thought to myself, you only dare to talk a big game in your head. If you've really got the guts, try actually getting me into your bed. I swear, I totally won't drag you under the covers with me.